welcome to my channel. My name is Elise if you're new, and if you are not new, then of course welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you are a Scorpio, then you are in for a treat, girl, because we are going to be doing the Zodiac tutorial video talking all about Scorpio. Ain't nobody here for the long intros, so if you want to see how I got this makeup look, and if you want to hear all the tea about Scorpios, then of course please keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm starting off with my brows on, and I'm also starting off with my base makeup on as well. So I'm going to kick it off with the Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm taking this shade right here, which is just a really soft purple shade, and I'm going to be using this as a transition. As you guys see, I'm buffing that in my crease just to really kind of lay down the base before I go in with the deeper shade. I'm taking the shade Leo, which is a deeper purple, and with a smaller, more tapered brush, I'm also going to be putting that in my crease, and as you guys can see, it is deepening up the colors a lot more. So I'm taking the light shimmery purple shade called Leo, and I'm going to be putting that on my lid. I'm not using the shade Scorpio because I don't like the shade Scorpio. It does go with Scorpios, but I didn't want to do another rusty orange look, so I'm going with purple for this one. Anyways, moving on, I'm applying lashes, and I will list all the products that I used down below. Now I'm just doing concealer, and I'm going to kind of speed through this part because I kind of feel like I always do this on camera. So I'm going to now put some of that purple eyeshadow on my lower lash line area to kind of smoke out the look a little bit more, blow it up a little bit, just make it a little bit more intense like a true Scorpio is. So I'm taking the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette, and I'm using the blush from the palette. It's just a really pretty peachy shade, and I'm just going to be applying that as a blush. And then I'm going to use the highlight from that palette as well as a highlight. And now moving on to lips, I'm just gonna hit it with the lip liner real quick, and then I'm going to top it off with Dose of Colors Berry Me 2 liquid lipstick. So I love this makeup look so much, and I really think this is something that a Scorpio would really like. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, but at the same time I wanted to do something that still represented a Scorpio to me. I think purple is a really beautiful, passionate, deep, intense color that I do absolutely think represents a Scorpio wholeheartedly. This purple eye with the purple bold lip. Random fun fact, but it's something that I've noticed in pretty much every Scorpio that I've ever met, and my own mom is a Scorpio as well, so I have first-hand experience when it comes to Scorpios because I was raised by one. But anyways, you guys, most of the Scorpios that I know are women, and not one of them doesn't look good in a bold lip. Literally, it's such a weird fact. I know bold lips are not for everybody, and that's why I really wanted to make sure that that was a really key component in my makeup look, because I think bold lips really do represent a Scorpio because they're intense, but at the same time they're beautiful. And yeah, it's really random, but I literally have never seen a Scorpio woman that cannot rock a bold lip. My mom loves like deep, like almost black lips. She's loved them for decades and decades and decades. And they all look really good on her too, surprisingly. I swear to God, that's the Scorpio in her. So anyways, if you are a Scorpio and you find that bold lips look really nice on you, let me know in the comments down below, because I really think that's a fun fact. But at the same time, I feel like it's also a fact, like it's a true fact. Anyways, moving on, the birthday range for Scorpio is anywhere between October 23rd through November 21st. So if you fall anywhere in that time frame, your birthday probably already passed, or your birthday's coming up, or maybe hell, your birthday might be today. So anyways, if you fall anywhere in that range, happy birthday to you, because that makes you a Scorpio. You guys are fixed water signs. You have the symbol of a scorpion, which makes sense. Scorpio, scorpion, so that makes sense. And you guys have the ruling planet of Mars and Pluto. So if you did not know, the planet of Pluto symbolizes darkness, mystery, intensity, and the planet of Mars symbolizes passion and energy. Really cool, and honestly, that makes complete sense in the personality of a Scorpio. So if you do not know how this works, I always list off some negative and some positive traits about the sign in question. So of course, I'm going to be doing that today. Please don't take offense to any of this. And I should also note, these are all for fun, guys. But at the same time, they're also my experience too, dealing with the sign. So like I said, my mom's a Scorpio. So a lot of these things that I talk about, I think about my mom when I talk about them. So I'm going to start off with some of the negative traits. Some of the things that aren't so great that you hear about Scorpios is you guys tend to be very possessive and territorial. Most of the time when you think of a Scorpio, people are like, oh, she crazy. Because Scorpios are known to be very possessive by nature, jealous, and very territorial with their things, the people that they love. So Scorpios do kind of have a bad rep for that. I cannot say that that's necessarily true when it comes to being in a romantic relationship, because I've never been with a Scorpio. Although to be completely honest, I don't really know that many Scorpio men. So I should also say that too, disclaimer. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a Scorpio spouse, a Scorpio boyfriend, just anybody who's in your life that's a man that's Scorpio. Let me know your experience with them. I can't speak on that as far as having a partner who's a Scorpio. However, when it comes to having a mother who's a Scorpio, I can absolutely see those traits in my mom, in the sense that she's very possessive and she can be a little bit territorial with her children. And now that is such a really weird fact, but if you have a parent who is a Scorpio, it's something that I've noticed having a mother who's a Scorpio. She can be very kind of like possessive over me. Even to this day as an adult, she's just like really like mine when it comes to me. I don't know if it's that or the fact that I'm her baby because I'm her youngest. So it could be that too, because they always say mothers are really tied and really attached to their youngest child, just because that's the last one that left the nest and all that stuff. So mothers tend to like really hold on to that last child. So it could be that combined with the fact that she's also a Scorpio. But let me know in the comments down below if you have a Scorpio in your life and if they are very possessive and territorial over you, over their loved one, or over anything in particular. So because you guys are water signs, and pretty much every water sign is this way, being Cancer as well as Pisces, you guys are also very emotional. But at the same time, when I think of Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio, I see Scorpio as kind of like the darkest one of the three, the most snappy, feisty in a way. The one that has the most attitude of the three water signs is definitely Scorpio, but that does not take away from the fact that you are a water sign. And at the root of it all, you are still very emotional and really sensitive as well. Scorpios are known to be very intense and extreme in relationships and friendships. When they're in love as well, they tend to just really have a lot of emotions built inside of them, and they're almost heightened. When a Scorpio loves, they love so hard. Scorpio is either with you 1000% or they're not with you at all. Like it's not really an in-between when it comes to a Scorpio. They're kind of black and white. So if they love you, then they love you so hard. They're in love with you type of person. And if they don't care about you, then they just don't care. Like they just really don't. You never want to cross a Scorpio that loves you wholeheartedly, because like I said, Scorpios are black and white. They're hot and cold. There's not really much of an in-between gray, silver lining, gray area when it comes to Scorpios, because they're either all in or they're not in. So the thing with the Scorpio is, if you are all in with them, they're gonna love you, they're gonna ride for you so hard. But the minute that you cross them, if you ever do cross them, oh my god, literally they will cut you off like the plague. Not only that, but some of them are even vengeful, literally seeking of revenge. Scorpio women, I've noticed, tend to be very hot and cold, very temperamental. I've definitely noticed that quality in my mom. My mom's about to smack the crap out of me if she was to watch this video, but for sure I do see the women being a little bit temperamental, as well as pretty dramatic for the most part. The way that they explain things, the way that they are sometimes, it's like, oh my god girl, settle down, it's not that serious. But a Scorpio just really kind of just makes it seem like the most dramatic thing in the world. Sometimes when my mom is telling stories, I'm like, Ma, it wasn't even that serious, and you're like out here making it seem like it was like the end of the world type of thing. So going back to your ruling planet, which I do think plays a big part in this next characteristic, Scorpios tend to be known or have a rep to be very complicated, very hard to read, very hard to understand. And I do think if you really think about it, I mentioned it earlier, but you guys do have a ruling planet of Pluto, which is known to be a planet of darkness, a lot of mystery, intensity, and that is something that absolutely really plays into the characteristic of you being very hard to read, very mysterious, almost cynical and dark in a sense. And I do feel like with Scorpios, not everybody is like dark and mysterious and kind of like cold and aloof. I don't feel like that's the case with Scorpios, but I do feel like they have tendencies that might be that way, whether it might be a really dark humor, or you're just extremely sarcastic, or you have moments where you're just so dark and people are like, damn, like that's mean. Things like that I feel like play a big part into your ruling planet, and that plays a lot into the personality of a Scorpio. The great things about Scorpios are, in love, you guys are loyal to the bone. But like I said, you guys have to be in love, because the Scorpio is either all in or they're not in. I keep repeating that, but it's very true. And if a Scorpio is all in, then they are going to be exactly that. They're going to be loyal to you. They're not going to try you. They're not going to try your trust, because like I said, when you try a Scorpio, they're done for life. So they never want to put that onto somebody else that they truly love. Amongst all of the horoscope signs, I want to say Scorpios are the most passionate sign. You guys are also really freaky, but that's a conversation for another time. And honestly, I don't even want to talk about it because my mom's a Scorpio and ill. Anyways, you guys are passionate with your careers, with the things that you love to do, with hobbies that you have. You guys are passionate. Because you guys are a water sign, and I definitely see this with Cancer and Pisces as well. You guys have a great intuition, great gut feelings. I feel like with Pisces, it's a little bit more heightened than a Scorpio, but at the same time, Scorpios still have this quality as well. A lot of times I've had Scorpio friends tell me that they had a dream, and then not too long after that, the dream kind of comes true in some sort of way. might not be exactly the same way, but it might be something along the lines of what they were saying could have happened. Along the lines of that, my mom has a great intuition. I trust my mom so much, and not only because she's my mom, but truly she has the best way of reading people's energy, reading people's vibes, and I truly think a Scorpio is great at that. My mom doesn't get along with a lot of people, and that's 1000% because she truly feeds and reads off of energy, and if your energy isn't 1000% there, doesn't align with what she likes, what she believes in, what she wants to be around, she won't entertain it at all. My mom is just immediately will cut you off. She doesn't care. She doesn't care to continue the conversation if your energy is sour. I truly 1000% trust my mom's intuition in that sense. I have brought so many little friends of mine around my mom when I was younger, and she was like, deja esa amiguita no sirve. Like, she would tell me just like that, which translates to, you better drop that little friend because she ain't no good. She's gonna get you into some trouble. And that's exactly what happens. And I do think that it's a Scorpio trait, but at the same time, I also feel like it's also your mom knows best type of trait. So I do 1000% believe that if a Scorpio feels something in their guts, in their intuition, 1000% believe that, because you have a great ability to just read things and read vibes, and just don't take that for granted. Scorpios are really, really driven and determined when it comes to their goals. They're also very hardworking as well. Absolutely, they are big time dreamers, but at the same time, they're also doers as well. I'm going to close this off with the famous Scorpios that we know, which are Leo DiCaprio, Julia Roberts, Katy Perry, Kendall Jenner, and Kris Jenner as well. They are all Scorpios. Okay, so that is going to complete my Scorpio Zodiac series tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got a kick out of it. If you're related to anything that I said in this video, then leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite point that I made was. Let me know if I missed anything. I would love to know your thoughts, especially for my Scorpios. I want to know if I did y'all proud. I want to know if I came through with your look. Anyways, you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and of course subscribe to my channel before you leave. You ain't about to make it the whole video and not subscribe, girl. That's foul. Okay, don't do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.